Hey, thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi. You've probably heard at this point that we got a fairly significant winter storm on its way for us across northeast Colorado. Denver under a winter storm warning for Wednesday night through Friday morning. So I'm going to kind of break down everything for you, some of those forecast snowfall totals. And we're going to go town by town here as well and get some of that nitty-gritty detail that we all love on the eve of snow events. But it's a high impact snow event. This is likely going to be our biggest snowstorm in the Denver area in about 3 years in terms of snowfall totals, and also frankly here folks in terms of impacts. This is going to come during the week. This is going to likely, I would imagine, I would honestly frankly hope, close schools on Thursday because of the fact that the heaviest of the snow will fall during the day on Thursday. So this is a high impact snow. Let's start things off. Well, that was Denver, but let's take a look at those kind of overall headlines. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we get a big snow event for us, and we've got winter storm warnings in place throughout the Denver area. 9 to 18 inches of snow seems the most likely for the majority of the metro area. Highest totals will be south and west. We're going to get into totals here, but winter storm warning for Denver. Second winter storm warning, by the way, of the season. First one since October for us here in Denver. So mountain snowfall starts. This will eventually push east, and then we'll see some rain on Wednesday morning. But it's not Wednesday that we're so, I wouldn't say concerned about. It's not Wednesday that we're really focused on in terms of that potential for rain or snow. It is for Wednesday night and Thursday morning. So rain through the day on Wednesday, probably some showers before dawn on Wednesday, then kind of clears on up. We'll probably actually get a few hours of sun in the picture on Wednesday. Then we'll get some rain redeveloping Wednesday evening. Now, what's going to happen is this is all going to flip over to snow. The question is when that transition takes place. The earlier the transition, the more snow for the Denver area. It's as simple as that. So, kind of breaking things down from a broad perspective. We've got a lot of water within this snowstorm. That is basically a guarantee at this point. We know that we're talking about somewhere between 1 and 2 inches worth of liquid, even on the low end. That is a significant amount of water. For context, that is more liquid than Denver averages over the full month of March. So we're going to be talking about a ton of water, no doubt about it, from this snowstorm. The question is, how much of that water is used up as rain or ice or graupel, and how much of it is used as snow. Obviously, the more that's used as snow, the higher the snowfall totals will be. But regardless of when that transition takes place, it's very, very likely that we're going to flip over to snow pretty quickly on Thursday morning, if not Wednesday night. And that will lead to heavy snow basically all day long on Thursday. It shuts on off sometime on Friday morning, but not before a significant snow event with a widespread, I would say 6 to 18 inches worth of snowfall from northeast to southwest across the metro area. But there is a bullseye zone into the foothills above 6,000 feet in elevation where somebody within this white shaded zone probably comes in with 30 or more inches worth of accumulation out of the snowstorm, perhaps even as much as 40 or 45 inches worth of snowfall. That's not likely for Denver, to be clear, but in the foothills, somebody's going to come in with a 3-footer out of this snow event and a widespread 1 to 2 feet worth of snowfall, and perhaps even a widespread 2 to maybe even 3 feet worth of snowfall. So let's kind of break it down town by town. Denver, most likely we're going to end up on the high end of this range, 6 to 14 inches, most likely. 20% chance we end up with less than that if we kind of mix for a little while, but a 20% chance that we end up with as much as 20 inches worth of snowfall. That's a 1 in 5 chance here, folks. That's not a 1 in 20. That's a 1 in 5. That's a 20% chance that we end up with 20 inches worth of snowfall. Fort Collins, 3 to 6 inches most likely, maybe 4 to 8 for us here in Fort Collins, but Boulder, probably a better chance, slightly better chance than Denver at a boom. If we get a bit more of an easterly wind, that'll boom Boulder into maybe some of those 20-inch snowfall ranges for us here in Boulder. And then for us here into the Castle Rock, 12 to 18 inches seems most likely, but there's a real chance we end up with 2 or more feet worth of snowfall out of the snowstorm. So this is a big one coming up for Castle Rock as well. And then this is where we're talking about the bullseye range, is Evergreen. That's where we could end up with, again, that's where a 3-foot snowstorm is realistic here, folks. I mean, not just, again, an outlandish chance. This is a very realistic possibility that we end up with 3 feet worth of snowfall up there. 7-day forecast, we're going to kind of clear things up pretty quickly after this as we head over the next few days. But leave you with this before as we kind of wrap things on up. If you're looking for snow, we've got tons and tons of water with this snowstorm. It's a long-lived event. This goes all the way through Friday morning. If you're looking for a bust situation, you want lesser snow amounts. If this mixes too long, we wake up to only an inch or two of snow on Thursday morning, that would likely mean that we're looking at lower end snowfall amounts. But this point's looking less and less likely. And by the way, we have had this trend of these computer forecast models just kind of fizzling these storms on out close in, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case with this one. I'll tell you what here, folks. It's looking more and more likely this will be a big time snow event for us starting Wednesday night, lasting through Friday morning. So we'll have you covered here on 9 News, on 9 News Plus, and with everything that you need to know. Once again, I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus, and stay with us for the duration of this high impact March snowstorm.